Shedeur Sanders makes tough admission on relationship with father Deion Sanders after throwing Shilo under the bus. Deion Sanders was perhaps the busiest man on earth a few weeks back. From inquiring about team culture and coach's history, he did all to give a clean chit to his sons, Shilo and Shedeur's NFL future. The Colorado Buffs head coach has never coached a team where he hasn't had his sons by his side. From Jackson State to Colorado, he is quite accustomed to being the coach dad. It came with a lot of qualms and flaws. But Deion didn't care. The father-son love transcended all. But after they got their ticket to the pro, did the equation divert a bit? Shedeur Sanders faced tough luck throughout the entire draft process. He had to wait till the fifth round with a face riddled with worries and concerns before the Cleveland Browns finally made their call. While Shilo getting undrafted and ending up as a free agent in a contract with the Buccaneers still makes some sense, Shedeur, the highly anticipated first-round pick, waiting for his turn for an eternity was a shocker. Maybe it's a negative aftermath of how he offended the NFL scouts during the combine interview, being a little too straightforward with holding the throw. It can be a regular sporting misfire, either. But no matter what the reason is, Shilo's draft journey was a heck of a ride. Yet the destination seems to be a promising one, only if he can stand out in the rookie camp. With Shedeur Sanders, Kenny Pickett, Dylan Gabriel, and Joe Flacco all looking to impress coach Kevin Stefanski and off-season Tommy Rees during OTAs, the battle is going to be intense for Sanders. So he is busy grinding himself in the training room, maybe, but not getting the time to even talk to your dad. Weird. Sometimes I haven't really been talking to anybody bro, for real. Shedeur took a minute before spilling it out when Deion Sanders asked him if he talked with Deion since his new endeavor kicked in. Certainly, Shedeur didn't take a lot of pride in it. Not being able to manage your time to give to your family, especially the dad who has been the architect of your entire life and career, is a low-key shame. Shedeur approved that and said, "That's not cool, it's not. That's not cool. But I've been at the facility all day, and when it's time for me to get home, I'm ready to lay down, go over my plays and study my plays and lay down. So, I talk to everybody like every other day. I mean, sure, it's not an ideal family frame that the fans hold in their minds about the big fat Sanders family. Of course, they have their fairy tale gateways, fun dinners, inside jokes and all. But if it's for Shedeur winning his starting job at the Browns, it's worth the odds. But that's not just it. Shedeur, even when not drenched with his professional responsibilities, doesn't really like to keep his family close to his eyes all the time. Shedeur Sanders gets brutally honest about Shilo Sanders. The Sanders hold a familial legacy. Be it Shilo and Shedeur sharing the same jersey over the years or their dad training and building their prowess, they have given countless iconic homecoming moments in the core sporting atmosphere at the Colorado locker room and field. Even their off-screen banter catches the fans off guard, leaving them with whether they are a real-life family with all the everyday feuds and conflicts, or one straight out of any utopian novel plot. Recently, Deion Sanders Jr. dedicated his latest drop, No Sympathy, to his brother's struggle with hatred. The song lyrics perfectly slammed the trolls and haters with some Chad lines. But amidst all that love and support, they all take their alone time seriously to recharge and reboot before connecting with each other again, stronger than before. When Darius asked Shedeur about his favorite recharge time and place that looks like happiness, the younger Sanders came clean. It'll sound like classical music for sure. I wouldn't say who would be there. It would be just a view. You can't say who would be there because I ain't gonna lie. Sometimes, family they be make you mad, bro. Shedeur got brutally honest with this stance. But for Shilo, particularly, he has a reason to avoid. Sometimes that can mess up your moment, bro. So it'll be a view when Shilo, hiding like gum wrappers and stuff in my car. PG, he's got to go. However, we will see how Sanders will get along more and more in the future, setting a legacy on and off the field. The locker room was quiet, eerily so. After a long day of practice, you'd expect a few sneakers squeaking, speaker thumping Travis Scott, or at least someone talking trash over Madden. But not tonight. Tonight, there was only the hum of the vending machine and the sound of Shedeur Sanders staring into his own silence. He sat on the bench, phone in hand, scrolling through the day's headlines.